that I need 4 and 5 again. Turn on the generator switches. Master starter switch is on. Now turn on these. Starting the left engine first. Some things may go wrong here. Okay, let's turn that back to that. Engine 2 starting up. Apparently I already did. Okay. So, that is good. Turn off the APU generator, turn off the APU. Turn on the taxi lights, the landing lights, the logo lights, position lights, the anti-collision lights, and the panel lights. It always helps to have a little bit of panel light. A little bit of panel light never hurt anyone. Shift P to stop pushback. Now let's hit F9. Now if I go out into this view, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be heading out on the runway, the widest runway here. And we're going to be taxiing on these thin taxiways. We're going to turn at the one that branches off and goes off screen. Not the one on top, but the one that goes to the bottom. So, let's get back into my cockpit view. Hit Shift Z 3 times. It gives us that nice little overlay. Okay. Give us a little bit of throttle to get going. And I am using a dual stick USB controller. And I have it configured so the computer thinks it's actually a joystick. I have found a loophole. It came in the manual. Press this button to fire up a loophole. So, I could press a couple of the buttons when I'm plugging it in to make the computer think it's an Xbox 360 controller, but it's best to leave the Microsoft things to Microsoft, because this may be a Microsoft computer, but Microsoft controller, it's not. It's a Radio Shack controller. They went out of business here in town. So, I'm going to get autopilot set up while I'm holding short of the runway, and then I'll contact tower and ask for clearance. Sorry for the heavy braking. And I'm going to round this corner here. This may be a 2-part flight, because I only have 10 minutes of recording space, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube and then probably delete it off the hard drive to leave room, because I have very little room on my hard drive. So, let's get a nice outside view here of this shiny golden plane. It isn't actually golden, but hey, it's fun to pretend, right? Am I the only one that still thinks that? Call me crazy. But if you see there on near the bottom, near the rearmost door, it says November 798 Sierra Whiskey. I did not program that in. Actually, I kind of did. But I put in my call sign as exactly that. So, and then I turn the visible tail, the tail number off. That's how I did that, if you were wondering. And I actually did create this skin from scratch, so I feel happy. All you need is a good editing software thing, like a photo editor, and a model of a white 737, which I got from the inner packs of the game. You know, the 737 file. Okay, I'm going to brake a little bit here, because we're approaching a turn, which is the turn to the runway. See, I told you I knew this airport like the back of my hand. I used to fly out of it all the time. Round and corner here. Okay, just a sec, guys. Okay, guys, we are back here in game, and close that out. Okay, now we are on the hold short for runway 34. Gonna get the autopilot all set up here. I'm not going to be using heading hold, only speed and altitude. So let's get that armed. Set this for 250 knots for now. I'll change it to about 300 later. Set this to 15,000, which is our cruise altitude. 16 is way too much. Okay, 15,000. That looks good. And altimeter, that's 2992 as said by air traffic control. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so contact tower. Request takeoff. Okay, we have been cleared for takeoff. Bit too much throttle for taxi. Okay, we round the corner here. Check radios.